CES coverage sponsored by GoDaddy.com, the leader in domain names, web hosting services. New customers save 25% by using promo code CES25 at GoDaddy.com.
CES coverage sponsored by Audible.com, where books come alive. Listen to a bestseller on your iPod or MP3 and get a free trial at audiblepodcast.com/CES.
CES coverage, sponsored by Luxor Las Vegas. Get to the point. Rooms start at $40. See TPN.TV for the Luxor advertisement, which is the gateway to savings.
What we have here, folks, is we have Sharon with us, and Sharon is with a company called YX, but you guys probably don't know YX, but I think you will know zBoost.
Exactly.
Everyone knows zBoost, and, actually, we'll talk about the product, and I'm going to ask you a question about the hissy fit the carriers are having about these devices. We'll talk a little bit about that. But what we're going to do today, folks, is if you don't know what a zBoost cell phone signal booster is, if you live in if you're in the audience and you live in an area that has strong cell phone signals, I don't want you to email for this, okay? Anyone that's got a weak signal, or if you know someone that has a weak signal, you email me right now at geeknews@gmail.com, geeknews@gmail.com. We'll give this away at the end of the interview. You got to send it now, geeknews@gmail.com. We'll give this away at the end of the interview.
Can I send an email?
No, you're disqualified. So, Sharon, I've got one of these in the house.
Yeah, and how's it working?
It saves me. It keeps me connected.
We hear that a lot from people. And do you have, which one do you have? Do you have the
I got the multi-band one that covers everything.
Right. So you have the one that it doesn't matter what carrier or how many people in your house.
That's right.
Up to 20 or so or whatever. You can now get signal inside.
That's right. And before it was I'd have 1 bar to a half a bar, and now it's all. Here's the weird thing too. I live on the top of a hill. I can see the cell phone towers, and I still have a single bar.
Depending on who we talk to, it's anywhere between, for teleworkers, it's up to 49% of them have problems inside their home where they're working. And I'm not sure if everyone builds their offices in their basements or in the backs of the house, or it's just bad, or the signal just doesn't go through the walls.
But there's plenty of these dead zones.
Yes.
I mean, I know, so I have AT&T, I can say that right now. I love AT&T, but I don't like AT&T inside my house. It's like one big dead zone. Out on my balcony, I got full bars.
Right, you definitely need one. You would be so happy. And the thing is, what's great is we have done some recent data tests, and this speeds up the data when you have a weak signal or intermittent signal by over 3 times. So, when you're sitting there waiting,
right,
and all the people with all the new iPads, iPods, or any pad, I should say, any ePad or any type of data, smartphones, it just speeds it up.
There's nothing more disappointing when you're on a deadline like I am all the time, and I realize I get a text message or a voicemail only when I leave the house. That was like 2 hours ago.
Yep. Yes. Now, my mom lives in the country, and she's off the beaten path. We used to live really on a dirt road. That tells you how off the beaten path we are. And she never had good luck. She'd have to go stand in a corner of the house and get a signal. She had one little area she could talk in. And as soon as I talked about this from last year's show, she went out and bought 2.
Oh, wow.
She bought one for we have a building that's about 300 feet from the house. So she put one in that building, and she put one actually in the home. And I didn't tell her to buy 2, but she did, and she's happy as a clam because she's got great signal now. And one thing I told her, and it's something that's important for any of you that are considering buying a zBoost, is follow the instructions. The instructions are not difficult, but you have to have some antenna separation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in fact, though, this one that you're giving away is a newer version. This you need the other version that you probably have that does 20.
So why don't you give us, let us understand. So what's different between this and this then?
The difference is that this one was built for urban setting or no vertical separation needed. So somebody living in a condo or somebody that can't get their antenna outside, this antenna goes on the window and you pull it. You only need 8 feet of separation,
wow,
but not vertical, and this one works. Now it does only cover, this one covers only 1,500 square feet, which in a lot of urban settings is a nice
That's
apartment.
a lot. That's a lot, though. I mean,
yes.
that really
so
covers.
that's great for that. And then this one covers 3,000 square feet, but you do need the 15 feet of separation between the what we call the donor antenna, the antenna outside, or the antenna in a higher area, and then where you put the zBoost.
Okay.
So you can get. So that's the big difference.
And you guys have been now, I think we've seen you at this show 3 years, maybe?
Right. We've been in business since 2006, but it started as a very small company and, self-funded, so we don't have some of the awareness that perhaps other devices in the market have.
But you do have some big box. Are you in now in big box,
oh, yes.
right?
Yes. We're in Fry's, Best Buy, Radio Shack franchise stores, and then e-tailers, just almost anybody online, Amazon, anybody.
Great.
With the zBoost Metro, then, what is the retail on this today?
The zBoost Metro is $299.
$299, and you can, of course, buy it via your website at www.wi-ex.com.
You got it.
All right, that's outstanding. So let me ask you, and I asked another vendor this last night. The cell phone companies are complaining.
Sure.
And I don't think they have a right to complain, because I know that you guys spend time on the technology and make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do without interfering with their equipment. Do they have an argument?
Well, to be fair, yes, and that's why we have patented technology in there.
Right.
The issue is that when you are enhancing a signal, which is what we do, we take the signal, bring it in your house, and amplify it with some technology. And if you don't protect the carrier network through the technology, oscillation can happen, and it can cause problems on their network. Now, we've developed patented technology that protects the carrier network. In fact, if it doesn't, it keeps powering down, and if it doesn't, it will power itself off. So we totally protect the carrier network. There are other people in the market that also protect the carrier network, but there are others that don't, and in fact, so they do have a, but they have a right to complain. Yeah. But we just don't want to be, just like any technology, we don't want to be in that bin.
Because I'll be honest with you, what happens, before I knew about you guys, I had went out and I was working in a building that was kind of like this building, steel walls, no windows.
Sure.
And I was several layers in, and there was no signal. So the internet, I could figure out what to buy, and I bought just something off the shelf. Basically, somebody had thrown together.
You're one of the troublemakers.
But obviously, this was very early. This was before you guys were probably even in business, and all it was. And I'm a techie, so I said, "Oh, that amplifier looks familiar." And I went online, and it really was. All it was an antenna hooked to an amplifier. And they were pushing a lot more power than they really needed to do.
Exactly.
So they're the ones that have probably caused the majority of the issues in the space.
They do, and they brag about power, and that's the issue. That ours is set 60 dB. It's not going to. That's the increase. It's not going to do the kind of stuff that those huge power ones do.
Right. What's this retailing for now then?
This one's $299, and this one's $399.
Yeah, so that's the wide coverage one, correct?
Right. This one's a little bit wider. It's 3,000 square feet. This is 1,500. But the big deal about this one is no vertical separation. So it's set for those urban people.
Right. This is perfect for condo. You just put it on your window, and there you go.
And in fact, I almost took it out of I didn't. It's brand new, everybody. I didn't take it out. But I almost last night in the hotel, I had to stand by the window, and I really did want to take it out because, as you can see, you just take it out, put this by the window, and pull it across, and I would have had signal. But I decided that would have been a little bit rude to try to repackage it up.
And what networks does this work on?
All of them. Anybody that's the frequencies, it works by frequency. So anybody in the U.S., the frequencies are 800 and 1900. And overseas, it's 900, and it's a different product, but we do have overseas products too.
Great. Because I talk to a lot of people in Sweden that are complaining about the same thing. But they have GSM in Sweden.
They have UMTS, the 2100. We also have that over there.
That's right.
It's interesting you say that.
I haven't been home for a while.
It's interesting you say that because the Scandinavian countries in general we're very popular there.
Great.
So yes, we're just now breaking into that market. We've only been shipping 6 months or so internationally, but that's one of our biggest buyers is the Scandinavian countries.
And according to my friends, a lot of the complaints about no signal.
Yeah. They like this one a lot because they can just plug it in and pull it out.
Great. I love this.
Okay, what I've done is I've done a random, I've got the entries are closed, and I did a randomizer, and let's see here. We got to start at the bottom from the, Dwayne Watson, you are our winner for the zBoost Metro cell phone signal booster. Now, could I ask you to have Dwayne email us an address and then you guys ship one to him? Would that be?
We can do that.
That would be perfect.
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
That would be outstanding. So, Dwayne, all you got to do is just email me at geeknews@gmail.com, and then I will forward your shipping address to the good folks at zBoost, and we'll get you a zBoost Metro delivered to your home, courtesy of them. So thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been awesome, and I hope you guys have a great show, and we'll see you next year, I'm sure.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good luck.
See, that's the way to do it, folks, right there.